In this tutorial, I will show you how to create the gallery form in AngularJS along with the validations and then submit it and do the post request to create the gallery in the database. To start with, let's first create the form, the HTML part of it, and then we will go step by step into creating the entire validation logic and then the saving part of it. All right. So I have the gallery add HTML, which is currently blank. If you go to the drop down and click add gallery, this is what I'm getting. Now quickly, let's add some boilerplate code as part of the bootstrap HTML form markup. So this is the basic code, a very simple HTML form where I'm not doing a post with method. Instead, what I have done is I've said the name of the form is add gallery form and I'm doing an ng submit where the function name is save new gallery and I'm passing the same name of the form as an argument to the function which is saving it. Then I have the text field where I'm going to enter the gallery name. I have binded it to new gallery.name and I have the button to save it. My form looks something like this. Now the next thing is the validation itself. Obviously, as you know, with many HTML5 browsers, I can do require refresh. Sorry, what happened? I have it's typo. So yeah, save will prompt me that I need to fill in this field. But you know what? There are better ways of doing it in Angular, and we will take that approach instead of this require. Now to do that, one thing is we still need this required, but if we have it, the problem is the HTML validations will run and we need to bypass it somehow. So what we will do is on the form level, we will say no validate. Now what happens is basically we are telling the form that the HTML5 validation should not work. And now again, I'm back with no prompts. But let's quickly jump into gallery controller. Oh, I don't have the gallery controller, so let's quickly create it. So I will create two files. Inside my resources assets.js controllers, I will have gallery controller.js. Inside my resources assets.js models, I will have gallery model.js. Let me zoom in a bit that it is a little more readable. Right now, quickly, let me create the controller. My app.controller name will be gallery controller. I will need scope location for now. Inside my model, right now I will need only $HTTP and I'll simply return an object where there will be a function called gallery save gallery. I'll take gallery data. The rest of the things are pretty usual, so I will just copy paste the code and I'll get back. So $HTTP, I'm doing a post. The URL will be gallery. I've not created it yet, but anyways, data name gallery data.name. That's what I'm going to send because the field has only one input values. All right, time for the controller. Here, what I will do is I'll say angular.extend $scope and I'm creating a new gallery object because if you see my form, this is the variable I'm going to use. So that's about it. I'll also need two more actually I'll need two more variables, so let me keep them right now. One is called error div and I also need an array of array messages. Now we will realize in some time what is the use of these two variables. I'll just do the basic documentation so that functions. Angular dot extend, again dollar scope. Again, this syntax is just me. You can also do something like dollar scope dot new gallery equals this, and there's no problem with that. Okay, now inside my controller I need what, uh, name of the function which is in ng submit, right? It'll be a function. I'll pass add gallery form. Inside this, let's just say if add gallery form dot dollar valid. Now this is Angular. If the form is dollar valid, then we will console dot log. All right. Else now I think I need to update my gulp file. Yes, because these two files are not added. Gallery controller. And that's about it. Let's quickly go to the terminal, run gulp. There's some problem. Gallery controller.js missed the comma. So yeah. All right. With this, I'll keep my gulp files on watch so that the changes are instantly created. And now, time to check our form. It's not doing the submit. Let us quickly debug what is the problem. I have gallery controller, save new gallery. I think the controller is not being detected, which can be because of the routes. It's gallery.add, right? Yeah. Initially, I didn't create the controller, and that was the reason I kept it as user controller. Now I'll just change that, and now I have a mistake here. Somehow I always make mistake with the syntax on Angular. All right, we have it, and now I should get it correct. So as you can see, already we got rid of the HTML validations, but still we can detect whether the form is filled or not, whether the required value is working. This is mainly because inside controller, when I'm checking $valid, it gives me the form object. If I do a console on this level, add gallery form, you can see the entire gallery object and $valid is false. And now if I type something in, save, $valid is true. Again, the $submitted is true. There are a lot of things. Dirty will mean there are some changes made to the form. So if I refresh the form and I hit save, it says dirty equals false. Whereas if I make any changes and then I hit again, it says dirty equals true, which means I have touched the form. So there are a lot of things which we can test. One more cool thing with Angular is some of the validations it provides. For example, I can say in the HTML part, after required, what is it? ng slash. Okay, it's not in the hint. It's min length. Yeah, min length equals 3. I think the L was small. Let's check. I don't remember exactly. Alright. I hit A. Alright, it works. So basically it says error, although I have filled it. Why? Because the minimum length is not being fulfilled. Then I do this and I get a correct. So basically we have required and minimum length right now. Now the next step is, once the user submits the form, before posting it to the server and actually validating the inputs on the server level, we will do it on the front end and display correct error messages. So the first part will be to check whether the user has already submitted the form or not. And to do that, I'll create a variable in my controller. So let's get inside the if loop. If it is valid, then $scope dot say form submitted equals false. But if it is not valid, we will say the form submitted is true. Okay. Now that we are capturing whether the user has submitted or not, let's go to our form, and in this we need to add some classes. Basically, on the div class form group, we will say ng class. The class will be has error. This is a bootstrap class. Now, what is the condition? The condition is if add gallery form dot the name of the text field invalid and the add gallery form dot gallery name is not pristine, which means I have actually touched the element. If I don't do this, it will come as an error message even if I have not set it. I will show you the difference. And the last condition is if the form is submitted, which means the error messages should only come when the form is submitted. This will come inside curly braces. Okay. And this should be good to go. Hit refresh, no errors. Okay. I didn't get the class, is it? I'm sorry. The thing is, the basic difference is I have checked for pristine, right? Here. Now, pristine means I have not touched it. And that's the reason if I do a save, although it captures the error, it doesn't show the class. But now if I hit it, you can see it's red. So, it's like your preference. In some cases, you may want to check for pristine, and in some, you may not, to check whether the user has changed anything or not. But right now, let's keep it like this. This works. Now, one thing, if you need to know at any point of time what are the different values available for any text field, you need to go here. I have a gallery name text field, and if you expand it, you will see all the attributes available to it, whether it is touched, whether it is untouched, whether it is valid, dirty, a lot of things. Okay. Now, apart from the red area, it will be nice if we can give the user some message, right? So let's quickly add a p tag. In that, I'll say name of the gallery is required. Now, when do I show it? I can simply copy this part and paste it. I don't need to check for pristine, or do I? Ng class has errors, and obviously I need to change it to ng show. I did a mistake. Yeah, ng show will be on this. The curly braces will go away, and also class is help block, another bootstrap class. Okay, so by default it's not visible, and now it says name of the gallery is required. So we have the basic validation in place, and the next step is basically to create it. Now I already have the database in place. I have the galleries database. It has a name, user ID, created and updated, but I don't have the model ready yet. So let's go to our terminal. I have both of these running. So PHP artisan make controller, gallery controller. Let me check whether I have the controller already. No, I don't. So yeah, gallery controller I need with the entire REST stubs. So that's done. PHP artisan make model gallery. So I have both the files ready, HTTP and then this. The model will be pretty straightforward. I have protected $fillable, which is an array. I'll fill the name and I'll fill the user underscore ID. That's about it. Alrighty. And now, you know what? When I'll be doing the listing of the gallery, the created time should come in a formatted manner. So right now, I'll create a mutator. Sorry, it will be an accessor. If you go to Laravel docs and come here, there are accessors and there are mutators, which basically means before I get any of the field from the database, I can change their display properties, format them. So what I will do is create my own accessor. Obviously, it will not be visible right now because I'm not doing the listing, but let's anyways keep it ready. Carbon class. Was it create from format? It was YMD HIS. This is the format in which I want. Sorry, this is the format which will come the value, and then I will say diff for humans. Okay, so my model is ready. That's all I wanted to do. Let's close it and go to our gallery controller.php. Inside the store method, we will need to write all our code to handle the post basically. First, I will create a validator object, make, I'll pass the request all, and then I'll create an array which will have the validation rules. There's only one field which is name. It should be required minimum 3. That's about it. If my validator fails, I'll do return response. The response will have validator errors all with error code, sorry, the status code as 2422. Else I return, I'll create a gallery, gallery create name request input, field name is name if I'm not wrong. Name is, no, it's gallery name. Oh, okay, no, this is not the form. I have to create it anyways. So yeah, it will be name user underscore ID. For now, let's hard code it to 1. Return response gallery 201. So what are the things which we are using? We are using validator. Let's import it. Illuminate support facades validator. I'm also using app gallery. Right, I have accessed validator, I have gallery. Things are done on the controller level. Now, quickly into my gallery controller, we need to call the model method, which is save gallery. So if it is valid, get rid of the console and user model dot this scope dot new gallery on success. Have a function, pass a function, will have the response. Let's keep it that way. Now the dependency needs to be injected. User model. Let's say scope dot, not scope, location dot path should be gallery slash view. We save and we go back to the gallery view. Things are handled. I'll just need to run it once. Okay, user model save gallery is not a function. I think I have not returned. No, it's a return. I think I got confused. It's not user model but gallery model. And yeah, okay. So last piece which I missed was I'll go to my routes, resource, gallery, gallery controller, hit again, internal server error. Now what did I miss in that? Oh, carbon, yes. I almost forgot that. Checked everything. It should be inside the gallery.php, right? Gallery.php and that carbon. It's inside the carbon class, yes. That's it. Let's go to my console again. Clear. Yes. Let me go to the database and quickly check if the entry is coming. How is it? Refresh. Yes, ASDS. Now I'll go to add one more gallery. Hit save. Refresh the database and things are coming. We can also get back some error messages, but I think the video is already too long, so the error message handling I will show you in the next episode. So that's about it for this video. If you like the videos and the series I have put up so far, do click on the thumbs up icon, subscribe to my video channel, and yeah, do share it on Facebook, Twitter, so that the videos can be viewed by many others who are searching for help.